Welcome back to the third episode of the Student Remote Survival Guide. I'm here to share another 3 things that might help with these remote times. Our environment influences our behavior, as mentioned in the last episode. You may have heard the advice to separate your workspace and relax space, probably by sectioning out the home office for work and keeping your bowling alleys for relaxation only. That's nice and all for the people who can afford to have bowling alleys in their homes, but I'm not one of them. For some, this can be achieved by having a specific work desk. Even if they're right next to each other, having that physical distinction helps you maintain focus. However, I do everything on my desktop computer. It has my coding environments, homework PDFs, games, logins. As a result, I've always struggled with staying on task. Unplugging everything and moving to another desk would be a huge pain. Since it would be too much work to switch desks or computers, I realized that I could switch my chair instead. Now I use a hard wooden chair for serious work only and a comfy office chair for everything else. When I'm on the wooden chair, I never allow myself to do anything non-work related. This has really helped me to stop procrastinating on homework. Sometimes I just set a 5-minute timer, sit on the wooden chair, and just get started on whatever I've been putting off. And when those 5 minutes are up, I've usually gotten into the flow and keep working. But not always. Many times I still can't concentrate, and that's okay. As long as I switch my chair before taking a break, it's alright. Maybe the same concept could work for you. If you only have one chair, computer, and desk, then there could be something else to help trigger serious work mode. Maybe a hat, or when a specific lamp is turned on. Perhaps if you have an extra mouse or keyboard, you could switch those around whenever it's time to get serious. There's a lot of possibilities out there, and anything that physically changes your space could be a trigger for work mode. With a little creativity, I'm sure that you can find something that works for you. Does this sound like you? In 5 years, I'm probably going to be the same person with the same beliefs and preferences. How about this? I am a different person than who I was 5 years ago, with different beliefs and preferences. Most people actually identify with both statements. People recognize that they've changed a lot in the past, but think that they're done changing for the future. This is known as the end of history illusion, and it affects people of all ages. A study on this illusion is nicely summarized in this TED Ed video. Link is in the description. This illusion causes us to underestimate future change, which is not good, especially for college students about to enter the real world. Now for a switch of gears. FutureMe.org is a service where you write an email to yourself and they will send it at your future specified date. On my birthdays, I write a status report on the past year, my worries, questions I have for myself, things on my mind. It's just a brain dump, really. Then I schedule it to come for my next birthday. It's like a present for myself. Since a year passes in between each email, I completely forget what I wrote in each past letter. When I finally get it, it's like a window to my former self. It's a nice reminder of how far I've come in a single year, and to live life a little more in the moment. I didn't realize it when I started, but Future Me helps to break down the end of history illusion by reminding me every year of how much I've changed. Also, I found it to be a good coping mechanism for whenever I'm extremely frustrated or anxious about something. I just put all my thoughts down and schedule it for a few months away. By the time I get to it, I come to realize that everything turned out okay, no matter how stressed I was in the past. I recommend giving Future Me a try. It's completely free, and it's just the 21st century version of writing a letter to yourself. Just put down your thoughts and see how it goes in a year. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at how much you've changed and how far you've come. Link is in the description. And now for something fun. Bookstores is a short 25-minute video/documentary that attempts to answer the question, in this age of social media, podcasts, Netflix, YouTube, how am I supposed to find time to pick up a book? In it, Max Joseph travels the world to talk to experts and look for the most beautiful bookstore. I know it sounds kind of boring, but this is one of the best videos I've ever seen in my life, like A Mile an Hour from last episode. I've seen it multiple times and it always motivates me to read more. Whenever I finally convince my friends to watch them, they always agree that it was definitely worth their time. And that about wraps it up for this episode of the Student Remote Survival Guide. Have a specific work environment trigger. Send an email to yourself. And watch Max get lost in a bookstore. Let me know how that goes in the comments below. Bookstores, the End of History Illusion Study, and Future Me will be linked in the description below. This video was made through Asset, Arts and Sciences Support of Education through Technology. We want to help technology help you help technology help you. So thanks for watching, and join us next time.